poor trapped souls, dragged to a foreign land, surrounded by the mists. What do you seek here? Knowledge, honor, revenge. You clutch onto steel and faith, but you are far from the sight of your God. Know this. He is the ancient. He is the land. And you are trespassing.
Pillows? Okay then. We should probably go.
I said listen to me!
I'm listening.
He's gonna kill us all!
Well, I'm leaving then.
Don't! He's gonna kill you then.
As I just please, come guards.
Let's go.
To Krezk.
He walks up to you?
No, you're not leaving.
A dimension
You are
door.
gonna die.
No, I'm just kidding. A dimension door.
No, we just go. Yeah.
If we stay
boy
here,
looks
he
terrified.
tracks us down and kills.
I kind
Well,
of lead
he's
him.
gonna kill us.
I kind of lead him
The
along.
boy looks terrified.
He does.
We have to go.
He does look terrified.
Now the mists are about here.
They're gonna swarm us. We gotta go now.
Here's
Let's
it's time
go.
to go.
I'm only the Stoney.
Well,
Time.
we're
I'm the
not.
only one who
Where
can
do you
leave.
plan on going? Everywhere you
Krezk.
look, it's just mist.
You're gonna have
We're gonna
to
be
kill
swarmed
him.
by the mist. What do we do?
Kill him.
As you guys are looking at the mist, you guys can see this black wolf walk through. It's the same wolf that you guys saw from the beginning. And it's ginormous. And it's just sitting there and it sits down. And all of these wolves just immediately start howling and barking back and forth. There's just a shit ton of wolves surrounding you guys.
Good luck, fellas.
And the mist is just coming closer and closer.
I gaseous form.
You turn into gas. And you disappear into the mist?
I start.
I look at the alpha wolf.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can I howl and see if I can get their
I
attention?
need a con save from you. And you just get this immense poison. You walk into the mist and it's a wall of poison.
19 plus
It's gonna kill you.
2.
You take 21 damage of
Okay.
poison.
Shit.
And I need to see if you can make a concentration check because you take a shit ton of damage from going into this cloud. There's no escape.
Yeah, no.
Yep, I told you.
You pop back. You guys see Percy just turn into this cloud and then just go into the mist. And then you hear all this bubbling and shit. And then you hear like a spit sound. And Percy just splashes.
You asshole.
And
That's
he's
what
just
you
covered in this green liquid.
Ew.
And he's like, and his skin, Percy, your skin's just burning.
Yeah.
And you failed your con save. So now your barren face completely fades. Now you're regular.
Yeah.
And Ezek Strahd looks at you and says, "Sir?"
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, look at that. That's alright. This is a disguise I use sometimes when people try to kill me. Don't worry. And I change it right back.
And he quickly turns. Answer that.
Oh, what's his mad? What? What's up? What?
I love that. Everybody keeps asking me what's wrong? What's going on? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Well, I don't
I'll
give a
come
shit.
after
You're
you
gonna
and
tell
you.
us even if you don't know.
Alright. Right back.
Callan is literally on the borderline of insanity. Doesn't know
That
what
is
the
most
fuck is happening.
best friend call I've ever had in my life.
What?
There's a pimple on my back. My wife won't pop it. Come on,
That's
man.
hilarious.
I'm like, after D&D.
After D&D, my friend. Okay.
Oh, what does he do?
As you guys kind of
Oh,
focus back,
Wolf whistle. Wolf whistle.
the mist
I don't think it would.
passes.
Tried to do it
It's
before.
it's slowly
It worked last
closing.
time.
You guys, it's slowly closing, and the big black wolf is just standing there as the mist shrouds him, and it disappears. And now the mist is just going slower
Stay
and slower
together.
and slower.
Stay together.
And now you guys are just completely overtaken by the mist.
Stay together.
You guys all like grab each other, and you guys all hear like these crazy voices. You guys hear Giles' voice. You guys hear like Father Lucian's voice. You guys hear Donovich's voice. You guys hear Strahd's voice. You guys hear all these crazy voices, and then you guys hear a clap, and there's this giant ass horseman that just bursts through.
Dodge!
Through the mist, and he's just and this horse is just standing there and clamping.
I'm the only one that can see.
No, I think we all see him, buddy.
Well then.
I pull out my whip and my sword and mug. Let's go. Let's go!
I just, Callahan pulls out a flask and just starts drinking. He's just like, fuck.
You pull out a flask, empty.
Damn it!
That's what you deserve! Woo! Welcome to Rovia!
Can I pull out my sword and my whip?
The rumble of hoofbeats turns to thunder, as if an entire cavalry unit is charging headlong at you. Through the mists, you see him, a black rider, gotta be over 12 feet tall. This is the biggest horse you guys have ever seen. A black rider, solid as yourselves, and not the least bit ghostly. Flesh and blood.
Well, probably not flesh.
Trefor, I need a fear check. Give me a con save. See if you panic.
Panic.
You panic. Trefor, you're terrified. What do? You're seriously so scared. You can't even control it. You see Trefor just kind of back up and like sink into your guys' little pack.
No.
He is astride a great black steed.
I don't know.
with hooves.
I just kind of rub.
Yeah,
my
you sink
body
into
part.
the group.
Just kind of start rubbing it.
With hooves that flash with white fire.
You guys don't know.
It's bad.
Trev, can you listen for 10 seconds? He is astride a great black steed with hooves that flash with fire when they strike the ground, and eyes that are wild and eerily white. The beast's ebony nostrils are flared, and they blast puffs of smoke in the cold air. The teeth are bared in a grin as you guys hear him chomping at the bit. The Black Rider is a large man, dressed in silver and black. His dark, high-collared cloak billows behind him, and his deathly skull stares down at you with black eyes in the hollow holes where his eyes should be. In his right arm, raised high and straight, is a huge scythe. In his left arm, holding the reins, drawn taut. And the horse kind of adjusts its weight.
So we're basically fighting the Green Reaper, but
Basically.
with a horse.
What do you guys do?
The horseman of death, basically.
You just hear Trevor just start chanting.
You have no idea how to do it.
Now,
It's
we are
never
surrounded by
happened
the
to you before.
Now we are surrounded by the mist.
This horseman takes a couple steps, and he's just eyeing all of you guys down. When the horse kind of
I
gets
have
going,
my shield and axe.
what do you guys do?
Charge him, Captain.
I pull out my sword.
And he says, "Ah!" and he starts running up. Dragar, what do you do?
I go try and do the same and go around, try and hit this horseman from the side.
Move your mini. Where do you go?
Right about here.
This way?
Yeah.
So you come try to flank him.
Yeah, flank.
Percy, what do? You just stand there?
I dimension door the horse.
Yeah, buddy.
Dimension door the horse to a different part of the hill where he falls off, possibly?
He wants to separate horse from horseman.
Yes.
The dungeon door. And send one of them elsewhere.
Or try.
Or at least try. Come on, buddy.
How would that work?
It's simple.
You just put
It's
it in, but you
No
just put
idea. Oh, even better. I summon it on the ground in front of the horse.
Oh,
As
yeah.
it's running forward, just possibly run into the dimension door.
That's dope.
Okay, so let's
And
give him
have
a
the-
dex.
And have the other end of the door pop out 100 feet in the air, because that's the length of space it can go. Right?
So right in the
Okay,
sky,
yeah.
basically.
That's as far as it can go, right?
So this portal, describe it.
So as it's like galloping towards us, I'm like, oh god! So I just summon like the door, but instead of like in front here, like he would step through, it's like on the ground, and presumably he would like gallop into it.
So,
And he disappears.
Yeah, and I pop it up like 100 feet above us.
And then you look up,
Yeah.
and you just see this horse riding down the fog in circles and circles, coming down straight towards you, and then all of a sudden, a slash right across. You guys just see Percy's head just plop like that, and just blood, and then his body just starts twitching as he rides off into the forest.
Oh,
And you hear like a and you guys look down at Percy, and he's just laying there. His head is rolling, and like there's just blood pulling out of his neck hole, and he's like twitching. What do you guys do?
I don't fucking
You guys hear
know.
Run!
It's like coming from everywhere. It sounds like. All of a sudden you hear
I'm gonna show my weapon more.
Okay, and you see it. You arm
I
yourself.
have my shield ready.
You just
The
cut off
horseman,
Percy's head.
the
with no
horseman
fucking
comes out of
effort.
nowhere.
Run!
Slash! He swings at you, Rhaegar. Dex. Oh no, sorry, it's an attack.
Yeah, so I have a shield.
This
James, I am talking.
Trevor, this like scythe comes whirling as fast as blink of an eye. You can't even see it.
I'm
Gosh,
not
my
casting
dad.
It
fire.
really just cuts through everything.
Yeah.
Okay. This is how we're gonna
Dude, I
fight.
lost my
I'm
fucking-
We're gonna
Cast
run. We can't. I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
arguably
that's
our
Travis.
most powerful, one of
That
our
was
most powerful
Trevor.
magics just died.
James, here.
Yeah, you guys have really similar ones.
Quit taking my dice.
They're literally identical.
Okay,
Well, it was
so
on the table, I
he
probably-
swings. Sorry.
Anything physical.
And I have my shield
doesn't
out. When I
stop
blinked him, I had my shield out, so I'm at max AC.
It
Right
also has ethereal properties.
The horseman of death,
Just-
of the mist, my
It all of
friend.
a sudden just Obito's its shit through it.
Which it could do the same too. You're absolutely right.
James,
Okay,
get with the
so
ground
I
and
actually
attack.
roll. Sorry.
While ranking.
Plus 7. 11.
No.
So it misses by 4.
I saw it
This
block.
blade whistles, and it like no. You pull up your shield, and it goes right through your shield. It's super trippy. And he continues, and you hear this.
We can't stop it!
The same slice.
Yes, we can!
You guys,
No, we can't.
the same slice slices across and just lops off Ezek Strozny's head, and then it disappears into the forest.
We gotta
You guys hear
run!
it?
Let's go! I grab the kid. I'm like, kid, we gotta go! It
You
cut through
run
my
all the
shield,
way back to
nothing,
grab
rolls
Trefor.
above.
As you guys do that, you see him and he goes, and you hear a of the horse. That was a horrible horse. and he like rears back, and you just see him like there, and he like stands up in the reins, grabs this giant ass scythe, and slice.
Doc!
It's in super slow motion. Everything, it just completely. Deck save.
8, 9, 10. Wait.
Lop! You see Dragar's head. You see Trefor. Actually gets Trefor right at the bottom of the ear. Cuts off top of his head. This is all in slow motion. You don't even get it. You all
You
fail
don't
now.
even get it.
And then all of a sudden, the hook. And then he stops. And he just on this giant ass horse.
Yeah,
Looking down at you.
This is actually perfect because I'm sitting down.
Yeah. And the horse just big old puff of smoke coming down. In the darkness of this horseman's eyes, you just get pure malevolent energy of death and decay. And he looks down at you and just slices your head off.
You feel good? You feel real good about all that?
And that's the end of the campaign. Goodbye, guys. Fuck you guys. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
I confess to that,
Okay.
James.
Okay.
I confess to that.
There you go.
Blackness.
There it is.
The world around you
Pizza.
fades from existence. One second,
Pizza's
Ross.
going right there.
I know.
Oh, I thought you were going upstairs. I'm like, I just started.
No, he's
No,
going.
pizza.
Take 3.
Yes.
The world around you fades from existence. We get a flash. We see all of your guys' heads 2 to 3 feet away from all of your bodies, blood pooling, and all your guys' bodies are just twitching.
Whew.
You are
Yeah.
disoriented. Your vision is blurred, and your head swims. Gathering all of your will, you focus your eyes for a moment. Tables and shelves, full of vials, jars, and strange objects are illuminated in the dim light. In the murky shadows beneath the tables, beady eyes of rats stare back at you. Your body appears to be trapped inside of a long wooden box, like a coffin standing on end. Your head is exposed at the top, through a hole that fits snugly around your neck. Your body feels numb and sore. Your fingers and toes tingle as if asleep. To either side of you, you see your friends, or at least their heads, similarly trapped. The strain of remaining consciousness becomes too great, and you pass back into peaceful oblivion. As we take our first break.
You feel good about that?
Yeah.
The world around you fades from existence. Pain and agony shoot through your entire body. You are disoriented. Your vision is blurred, and your head swarms.
Swim turn.
Gathering all of your will, you focus your eyes for a moment. Tables and shelves, full of vials, jars, and strange objects are illuminated in the dim light. In the murky shadows beneath the tables, beady eyes stare back at you. Rats. From under these barrels.
Of course.
Your body appears to be trapped inside a long wooden box, like a coffin standing on end. Your head is exposed at the top. Ross, you listening?
Yes.
Can I get
Through a hole that fits snugly around your neck.
Can I get
Your body feels numb and sore. 1 second, Jake. Your body feels numb and sore. Your fingers and toes tingle as if asleep. To either side of you, you see your friends, or at least their heads, similarly trapped.
Can I get any momentum to try and?
Well, this sucks.
You start moving, and all you can really feel, like your arms and legs tingle, but they don't respond to you.
So I don't have any strength. I can't try and.
You just feel this tingling sensation,
Sure, like
and
how-
you hear Percy, well, this sucks,
Sure.
and it sounds like kind of, well, this sucks, kind of like this, because you guys all notice that your head is in a jar.
Are you frickin' kid? Oh, you're an asshole. You are a fucking
like
asshole.
Dong, dong, it's glass.
So I get. So we're not.
Wait, can I start knocking really hard? To
I
see
start
if I can,
screaming. Go! Are you fucking kidding me?
Can I see if I
Trevor
can-
starts hitting it too, and then his head just falls like this, and now, boom, and you guys all can see this. Trevor's head, it's just his head, and it falls like this. And it's just Trevor's head in this jar now. And he's just like kind of rolling back and forth.
Can I see if I can like try to roll it off the edge?
You
of
start
the
like, you see him like using his tongue, and he like keeps rolling like this, and then just falling back on his nose.
Yeah. Give it a go.
So we can't feel our bodies at all.
You try moving, and it's like tingling.
Oh, this sucks. Oh, this fucking sucks. I would have rather. I've been to hell, and this is arguably worse.
The human mind always assumes the most plausible explanation for any situation.
Mine's.
It is far more plausible to believe yourself to be stuck in a box with your head poking out than to believe that you are a bodiless head on a shelf. Which
Okay.
is what you guys are.
I'm
Okay.
trying to like use my tongue as like a bounce to knock back up.
What, Trav?
I want to see if I can like put my tongue out and use it as like a trampoline to go back on how I was.
Let's try this out.
You like start pushing your tongue, and you can like, and you like get your head on straight. And
Okay,
now
I
it's like
wanna
this.
try and-
Except it's like up against the glass like this now, and you guys can just see Trevor's right eyes just all squished up against the glass, and he just is licking the glass.
Guys, I have an idea. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but I have an idea to see if we can get out. What are the jars like that we're in? Can you take them off?
What's your plan? You're just a head, buddy.
Really?
We seem to be just heads.
I want to try using.
It is very, very dark in this room. Very
We're
dim
talking
light.
heads.
All that you guys can see are the only thing that's illuminating are these red, green, and yellow potions bubbling at this desk.
I want to try and use Thorn Whip from my head and try and get the jar
the
open. on the
fuck?
thing. I
You
wanna
try, can't cast any spells.
Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, that was one of my best ideas. We're kind of helpless.
That's what I got.
Okay, can I just start headbutting the glass as hard as I
You
can?
guys still hear it continuing, dong, 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 dong,
You're
coming
just
from
gonna knock
Trevor's
yourself
glass.
out. You're just gonna knock yourself out.
I'm just trying to.
Can I try
skirt
to
the
cast
grass
any magic?
closer,
You
closer
try.
to the edge.
Not
And your arms and your
even
entire
like
body is just
even
tingling.
a vocal spell,
What do you try?
like a somatic. I don't know. I'd have to Google which ones specifically.
You try casting a spell that you would know,
Okay.
and nothing works.
Okay. I was like,
Huh.
Well,
answer my question.
this is how we die.
Well, I'll try my next plan. Help!
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't ask fucking help. Don't give these fucking bastards anything.
Oh my god.
This fucking sucks.
I just start headbutt trying to skirt the glass.
It's like silent for like 10 seconds, and then you guys just hear a dong, 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 dong.
That's all I got.
Alright, so who the fuck
Anybody
owns
knows
this
that
house?
story?
A chill rushes across you. It is not a breeze nor a change in temperature. It is the chill of death. You know its cool touch and fetid smell from your years of dealing death to your foes. The eyes under the tables vanish, extinguished like a torch dunked in water. A figure walks silently into your room.
It's like some
He's
straight
very hunched over, and he's just walking like this.
Oh, hello. You seem to be someone who might be able to help.
And he walks up, and you guys just all hear Percy say that. And he just walks up.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
Help us!
Oh, you bloody cowards.
A figure walks silently into your view. It is one of the walking dead.
Oh.
The dried skeletal body is withered and puckered.
That was worth it.
You could count every bone beneath the aged skin if you wished. The creature wears only a black cape across its back and a burial shroud girding its loins. On its head is a black iron crown. Its back is away from you, and it appears to be unaware that you are there,
So,
completely ignoring all of your sounds.
Oh, okay.
so guys, I have a new theory. Maybe we aren't.
1 second, Jake. It stops before the table a few yards in front of you. Perched on one shoulder of the creature is an imp. Standing no more than 2 feet tall, its skin is a deep red. It has leathery bat-like wings, a barbed tail, and sharp, twisted horns. The small creature flutters over to a nearby perch to watch and looks up at you guys and is like studying you, Dragar.
Oi, little demon, are we in hell?
He starts tinkering with...
Oi, don't you
His
ignore
desk.
me, you little frickin' imp. Might be ahead, but I am not gonna be ignored by a little fucking devil.
Don't.
Maybe he doesn't speak English.
He's
man.
ignoring me. You see him
Well,
deliberately.
maybe try and speak his language. I'm
I
not
don't know
gonna
how to
know.
speak,
Well,
demon.
I speak fluent, okay? So just chill out.
Hello.
You hear come from the
I
dead.
start speaking in Abyssal.
Hello, hello,
Look good on
hello,
you.
mommy.
Huh?
Hello, hello, mommy.
Well, I don't know how that would sound.
sure you have lots of questions.
Yeah.
The lich kind of turns around.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
son
cool.
of a-
Yes. Presumably,
I look
first
at
and
it.
foremost, where's our bodies?
I want to tell.
Azaleen reaches for a small sealed barrel on the floor, but suddenly stops. Accursed vermin! He hisses from inside these barrels. You can see that a large hole has been gnawed in the side of the barrel and the wall. Traces of a sparkling white powder lay sprinkled on the floor as the barrels fall, as the rats scatter.
Rats! Yay, mommy!
The lich points at one of the headless bodies that walk in and barks something in a completely different language.
What is it?
Get another barrel of ground tooth of fairy from the storeroom. The body clomps into your sight, and it's Dragar's body.
Are
Just-
you fucking
Just
kidding?
walking like this, and picks up the barrel and runs into the table, and a bunch of stuff falls out to you, and then it clomps off
Oh,
into this room.
I do not walk like that. Is this hell, Lich?
The Lich begins to weave a complicated spell before
I'm
your
curious if
eyes.
you can go into, like,
Slowly,
form in-
a long, sinuous shape begins to form. Red and black energy vapors coalesce into a frightening creature. The bulk of the monster is almost 20 feet long, and this giant snake-like creature steps out of this portal.
demons.
Kill all of the vermin and pests in this room, says Azaleen, and I might let you live. Kill any living creature that tries to get into the storeroom. The foul creature slithers quickly under a nearby table. Yes, master. You hear a terrified squeal from beneath the table, then the soft crunching of small bones. The Lich's miniature gargoyle dances and claps at the sound.
Well, I guess he was hungry.
And he looks at you, and he jumps, and like he's completely naked,
Get
and
you-
he just has like this gross belly, and he has and his belly button's like rubbed up against your
I
breast,
will
and he
fucking
just,
kill
and he's
you.
just like looking down,
I will
and
fucking
he
kill you.
drools.
His dick is like
I will
right
fucking
against
kill
his-
you,
And then
you
drool-
obnoxious little demon.
Drool just drops onto your nose
Oh,
and
I'm
just
gonna fucking
rolls
kill
down
you.
your lip, and he's just like,
I'm gonna fucking
and then he
kill
jumps
you.
jumps back down,
I will kill you, you obnoxious
and then he
little
climbs back
fucking-
back onto the back of the imp.
I will kill every fucking one of those little imps.
What are your questions?
Are we in
Get me
hell?
out of here!
You found yourselves in Darkon.
Darkon.
The Horseman, send me your souls, and I cast a wish spell to bring you back to life. Well, parts of you. You hear the sound of bones as he claps, and two more bodies. It's Percy and Callan. They walk in, it's just their bodies. And at this look, you guys see that there's like this weird purple black goo where the neck hole is, and it's sitting there. And every time you notice that it kind of moves, roll perception check, you two. And Dragar, I guess all of you guys, roll perception check.
Except me, because my body hasn't walked in.
18.
Or can I just see that off their body?
Here's your body, Trevor.
It walks in. Oh, snap. You gotta skin it to me. 13. Plus what?
You guys all see this purplish black ooze where
I
your
rolled
neck
a
should be.
24.
You guys all see this.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
I wrote 13, I believe.
You rolled the same thing as me. You must die.
Well, thanks for keeping our bodies nice and pristine. So,
This is the Lich
how
that...
do I convince you to give us those back and shoot us back up and then, you know?
I've been watching you.
Yes,
All of you.
Lord.
Your shenanigans in Vallaki were commemorable. Thank you, Dragar, for technically being a part of the takeover of the Wachter cult.
You're welcome.
What's he mean by that, man?
What cult?
As he says that, like I'm just like,
You don't think going to hell had a price, did you, boys?
well,
I got
guess I didn't
taken.
think about it.
I had to take. When I got taken by the witch.
Oh, so you mean to tell me you're evil too?
I didn't say that.
Dragar?
As I say that, and I look at the Azaleen.
This is the thing that brought me.
Evil is simply a point of view, is it not?
Well, does he work for you?
Sir?
That remains to be seen.
Sir?
That's
What's
a
your
yes.
What's
I
your
guess I'm the only one in the group who's not some sort of monster or evil thing or a little dreamy thing.
You killed a
do
priest
there.
just to prove a point.
I killed a priest who was feeding people to his vampire
Not the
son.
one. Not the one in Vallaki.
Did I swear my soul to a demon lord? No. Did I kill a bunch of raven people and turn into a raven monster? No. Did I let a werewolf bite me and turn into another kind of monster? No.
You killed a priest just to act like a baron.
religion in my family!
My family.
We're all
Sorry,
fighting
Vin
heads.
Diesel.
I like how our heads are just scratching like Our heads are just screaming at each other now.
I'm gonna.
Trevor, let me remind you, this is like a group game. It's
And if
not
he wants
player
to
versus
keep
player.
friending me,
I know. I'm not gonna hold you, and you're gonna get killed the second time, and it's kind of hard to save you when you're already dead.
I like this, and then I asked the Lich.
this is my family.
It's all about family, man.
Whatever price
I love you, Trev. We're
I
just,
say this
we're
to
just
Lich.
giving you crap.
I say this to the Lich.
Called
Whatever
being
price
men.
we have to pay for us to get our bodies back, I'll pay it. Not my friends.
Definitely, he will pay it.
Would you really kill us just to get your body back?
You're not listening.
He will pay any price. He
Is
said.
Azaleen Rex.
Say it. Come again.
Azaleen Rex.
Isolate.
I
Is that a
am the
female
Skeleton
name? No.
King.
Isolate.
He just
Haven't we
goes
heard
like
of him
this,
before?
and your mouth is gone now, Percy. As soon after you say that, and it's just gone.
Callan just starts making like a
Isolate.
chicken noise or just like a bird squawk, just just to fuck with people.
And then he goes like this and slits your throat, and now you don't even have lips. It's just like you have a mouth, but you have no lips. Like, you know what I mean? You just like opened up. Now you just have like flaps. Now your mouth works again.
From my fucking like this? Is that what we're saying?
Isolate. Rex.
Is this a flap?
Isolate Rex.
What?
Do you hate the Devil's Strahd?
Of course.
Listen,
Hey, so do
he
we.
killed-
Why don't you let us out?
He killed my friend. I hate him too. If you let
You
us
are
out,
all apart.
we will help you.
You already are.
Fuck
Ducard.
Fuck a Taz.
You see,
I can go.
I have studied Hiscosa's hexad.
Yes.
The signs predicted by Hiscosa
The
to
six
bring the Great Conjunction.
The 6 signs of the.
What's your function?
Conjunction function.
Isolate. Do you want that to happen?
It already is.
You Dugar, simply by living, have already put the wheels in motion.
Too sweet.
He does that with his arm, and your guys' bodies walk off.
Well, that sucks.
Isolate. We can get back at the Devil's Strahd for locking you up.
What do you want for us to get our bodies back, Lich?
I will.
You are already doing it.
I will.
What do you mean?
Are you siphoning off our energy? Like, what are you doing, dude?
Isolate.
What do you
I will
want?
make the Great Conjunction happen as long as you promise to help me protect my.
Oh, you sadistic fuck. You're gonna use our bodies to finish his work, but our heads stay your little prisoners. Is that the game you playing, you sadistic fucking skeleton?
I can't brew much as a red.
What do you expect our bodies to do? Not one.
Oh, well, because
That's
he
the
took away my lips,
Oh.
and then he
You're
then
screwed. You
cut
can't
a
talk right
slip in my mouth,
Oh.
and he said it's more of a flap.
Okay.
So then I said, okay, then I'll talk like my mouth's a flap. I don't know.
I'm looking at your owlbear.
He says, "This is Skiva.
Hey,
He has been watching over you since your previous. What is the word?
A counter?
fuck up.
Births."
Oh,
He turns back around
who's Skiva?
and summons a black portal,
That's Skiva?
and the imp jumps off of his shoulder. Skeever, the imp,
Oh,
jumps off his shoulder onto the onto this where there's a big open book onto the table,
Oh.
and he just slowly walks in with a hunchback into the portal and vanishes.
Word.
But you
The
said
imp
that
is
was
just
the imp.
looking at you guys.
What are you laughing at?
He jumps, does the same thing with his belly. He's all naked and shit.
I'm gonna fucking kill you if I ever
And
get out of this.
he picks up your head,
Oh.
and he has you by your hair,
Oh.
and you guys can see Dragar just biting, and he turns and he throws the head. Dragar, your head just plops onto the floor,
Oh, you fucking.
and he jumps down on it, and you guys just hear and liquid, and you guys hear Dragar just coughing as you guys hear just this liquid draining off of this thing. And then he, whoops, oh god.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsies!
Whoopsie! I'm going
That's
dead.
karma.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm sorry, James. I just got irritated because I'm getting pissed on. I took it out on your books. I'm sorry.
And then you guys hear
Not
a
sorry.
snicker as the imp climbs back up, and now he's back on the
Snickers?
table. He snickers to himself.
Oh.
And I'm just on the floor, just laying there as a head now.
Yeah.
James?
What, sorry?
Am I still on the floor, just now covered in piss?
Yep.
Yeah,
Am
pretty
I
much.
just still covered pissed out here?
Still covered in piss, bud.
It sounds weird.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow, dude.
A black portal appears, and Azaline steps back through. What did I do with the fucking mini? Why did she just disappear?
With a big
He
sombrero.
pops back in, and he like, Skiva,
I'm gonna kill that
and he
fucking...
picks up,
I'm gonna kill that fucking imp.
and you're just saying that, and he
I'm gonna kill that
and he
fucking
like
imp.
actually he walks back over and looks at your empty cage, and he shushes Skeever over to the left, and there's this big boiling red liquid, remember that I was telling you about? It's like in this big puddle, and he just dips your head in it, and you just feel this warmth liquid of it, and then he picks your head and dumps it in the blue liquid, and then he dumps it in the yellow liquid, and then he hobbles back and puts you back.
What the hell did he just put me in?
And now you have all these ooze, and he walks over to you, Callan. Picks up your head,
Ah!
walks over to the table, does the same thing,
What the fuck? What the fuck?
and walks back,
Oh, you're
puts
in.
you back in there.
Oh, this is fucked up.
He walks over to you, Trefor, does the same thing,
What's up?
Azaline! Stop.
puts you back, walks over to you, Percy, dumps you, puts you back.
He drinks all of it.
He turns back around, summons the portal again, and vanishes.
Okay.
Is that imp still with us?
And you can hear him, he was like whispering something. He was like, no, that's not quite right. That's what he said. And he vanished.
So,
Okay.
any ideas?
Exactly.
What do you mean ideas? We're still heads.
He said, I don't know if the camera heard that. He was like, no, that's not quite right. And then he vanishes into the portal.
Hey, bodies! Bodies!
Dragon's body starts running.
Bodies!
Mommy, oh, mommy.
I'm trying it. May as well see if it works. Do I get anything, James?
Yeah, the bodies come plunging in.
Is it ours?
Yep.
My body. Pick me up.
You think you're that smart and that easy? Lord Azaline would not be that stupid.
He jumps back up, and he's just sitting there now. And now he turns over, and he just opens his butt. And he's just sitting there, and his tail is just like up, like sitting like there, and he's just standing there like that.
You better hope if I ever get my hands on you, you're dying screaming him.
And he poops on him.
That'd be hilarious. Just sits above the open case and just takes
You
a
will die screaming.
shit.
No, I take that back. You won't die. I'll keep you alive for the rest of your life
Because
screaming.
y'all are all nasty.
Yeah, that's fine. The worst you do to me is the worst I'm gonna do. I can only think of how I can.
Or he
butcher
sits
you.
on top of like the little bowl and just like uses his tail to poke your
It
eye.
wouldn't be so easy to just simply take over the Zankarim.
I said bodies go.
All I need to do is kill you after we get out of here. That's my only joy. I don't care doing whatever Azaline wants, but I will kill you.
Azaline controls your body through the Zarakim. The only way to get rid of it is to grab the potion in that room and pour it on yourself and reattach it to your body.
Thanks for telling us that.
And then that gargoyle does the exact same thing, but poops.
Oh, most gracious.
He
little
walks
imp.
over to you,
Oh,
Trevor.
little most gracious imp
He's
of all
listening.
beautiful imps. Who's the most glorious little demon I've ever seen in my
He
life.
looks at you, and his tongue just flops to the side.
Yes, you're beautiful. So what I think you should do is, I think you should help me. And such a beautiful imp should be raised above his station as a little, something, you know?
This thing jumps,
Persuasion
does
roll.
one flap,
Yeah.
and lands. Roll persuasion.
Come on.
And is studying you.
Come on.
Oh.
What is it?
If you call me
28.
Your Highness. Call me Your Highness.
Your Highness, please bring me that potion.
He says, be right back. And jumps.
Oh my god.
And runs into here. And all of a sudden, this giant spirit naga just comes out of nowhere and attacks this imp. And they start rolling around. And then all of a sudden, your body like walks into you, like they bump into it, and it's your body, Percy. And they're like, dung, and it's like right there. And your jar, like, rolls. What do? Do you do anything?
Yeah,
You,
sure.
like, and then your jar crashes like this.
Yeah.
And your head rolls out of the jar. And now your body's just right here.
Grab me, body.
And then your head's like rolling over here,
So I kinda like-
and you're looking towards
use
Trefor's.
my tongue to push and then just start.
Yeah, you push
Roll.
your tongue.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. You push it again. Your body rolls over, and boom, you smash your nose on the other side, and you're like you're sort of close to your body.
I start biting like the to my body and trying like kind of like turn.
Dragging yourself with your front teeth.
And I'm trying to get onto it.
And you see that your
Grab my body, you
your body's
dumb
just
fuck.
sitting right here, and do you try moving your body? Mm-hmm. Just because you're close, you automatically feel that your connection works, and you just grow. It works, and now you're standing there. When you get the feeling back in your body, you can feel that there's this very alien ooze attached to your neck, and it's like a shield. So you try to put it on, but you can just feel that
Body!
it's not
I'll
gonna
just
work.
blast that fucking goo!
It's just like squishing down farther into the hole. Your body, like, you just react, and you're like kind of awkward. You just keep like missing, and then your fingers connect to
Alright.
your hole, and
Yeah.
you like scoop it out.
Yeah.
And it's this like black little ooze,
Yeah.
and it like rolls and jumps down off the bookshelf.
Yeah.
And then you like pull your body,
Yeah.
and you like attach it,
Yeah.
and it's like not sticking or anything.
Alright,
So your body's just like
Just
sitting
use one
there.
hand to like headless Saint
And you
Nick
guys
it.
just all see this.
I'm
And
just
now
like,
Percy just like
headless
sitting like
Saint
this.
Nick it.
Your head slips, and now it's all
Oh.
sideways.
It's okay.
And then you like pick it back up,
I
put it
said
back
the
on your
Saint
head.
Nick it, and I just like walk up to the other body and I like grab it like awkwardly as shit. And I throw it towards Callan, like, like,
You
kinda
I
like
Callan's
bash my
body?
head
yes, Callan's body towards Callan.
I bash my head as hard as I can against the jar as it's coming towards me.
You hit your jar as hard as you can, and your jar just tips, and your head just slides, and your body's coming as it comes, and your head just falls to the floor.
Grab
and you
me!
get like a boom,
One like, and I grab him, just kind of like, come on!
and you like help
Put
it
him
out.
into his head.
I
like,
try
into
and
his
grab
body,
my own head.
football
I'm like, I
style.
yell to it, grab my head, stupid!
Like football
Callan,
style, like
as
into
soon as
his
it gets
gut.
close,
Ugh.
you like have this feeling, and boom, your head just, your face, so you feel it just gets smashed into your sweaty, cold, dead body.
Oh, come on,
and
just
it's like
lift
all
me up.
and you like, and now you're holding it, and then you like put it on your head, but there's nothing to connect
Yeah,
it.
of course.
So it's just like you gotta kind of hold it on
Hold my
there.
head, scoop this shit out!
And just run for
Yeah,
the
as you,
potion.
as you scoop it open.
Run for the potion while the two fight.
Okay, and where do you Percy? You do?
I start running for like the room where you told me the potion was.
You kind of come to, and Dragar and Trefor's bodies are just standing there like this.
Oh, they're
and
still
you kinda,
there?
You kind of push through
Oh,
them.
my bad.
They kind
I
of
thought they were in a different room.
They push through to the side, and they like just sort of walk like this, and then they just walk into the wall.
Boy,
and they just sort of
idiot, come
sit
here. I
there.
try calling my body over.
Percy,
Hey, stupid, come here.
Percy, you get to this door, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, this spirit naga, you hear, nah, and it jumps, lunges at you, dex save, disadvantage, because you're all disoriented.
Because I
Hey, do I see this?
You're kind of focused, your head is on the floor, and you're like looking up, and your body's like awkwardly trying to grab you.
I thought I had it.
I rolled a
No.
10.
Oh yeah, no, he slammed it into your head,
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
your body.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, so yeah, Callan, you like start fumbling, and then you're like holding it out, and you
Can
turn
I
around,
cast
and you
spells?
see this. You had a 10.
No.
Oh.
You had a 10. I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll for that one because that's loyal.
Go for it. I mean, you can just say it.
Where are the potions at? In the other room?
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, so this
The
thing.
naga jumps into the wall and knocks itself
No, no,
out.
no. It goes to jump and like bite my head, so I just lift it out of the way.
And this huge snake just tumbles into this wall right here,
I'm like,
and you
It
get.
shatters its skull and it explodes.
No, geez, no.
Oh, jeez.
No,
no.
it's too strong for that.
Okay, and then you
She's
try,
like, oh,
and you
geez,
try
no.
opening the door, and it's all awkward, and you're like trying to, and you like finally open up this door,
Yeah.
and it's pitch black in this room.
Isn't that Dragar's body?
Was this Dragar's body?
Yeah, because you said Dragar's body got sent into the other room.
Oh yeah, Dragar's body is.
I'm
in
trying
here.
to call my body over to me.
So I was this weird thing trying to get away. I just
Doesn't
grab
work.
it and I just throw it by me through the door.
And it just smacks into the door and falls to the ground. And it's trying to get up and it's just being all weird. Percy,
Yeah.
when you look around and you into this room,
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you get our bodies once you have the potion?
That's the idea. Because right now I can't do shit.
He's working on it, dude.
this large room is filled with
We both
is
are.
lined with shelves. That's what that's all it is.
Uh-huh.
Every spell component imaginable can be found here.
Oh, shit.
Everything is clearly labeled.
Oh.
Two large locked trunks sit back to back in the center of the room. Inside them are the characters' spell books and other items that might have been stored in backpacks or bags. That's what you find. And when you walk in, you guys see Dragar's body. Remember he was sent in there to find those barrels of the white teeth?
Yeah.
And you can clearly see the barrels way over here. And Dragar's body's completely on the other side of the room, just going like this, being all weird, and just not doing anything
Do I
right.
see the potions the little imp mentioned anywhere?
You look around and you roll a perception check. Do you have disadvantage?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's a 7.
You have minus?
Well, I don't
That was a
have,
6 or
I
9?
don't have plus. That's for goddamn sure.
Okay, you're looking around and you don't see anything. You just see a bunch of books and all these different things feathers and shit and all these different powders. And when you're looking around, you actually see Dragar Dragar's body stands up and walks out of the room and you're like, oh fuck. And you're kind of panicking and you're looking around. We're gonna cut back to you guys. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna start going the same kind of direction he was going, trying to
Callan,
help.
you're it's so weird because you're moving. You can feel your feet moving and shit, but you can't balance. You're just off balance. It feels like the world is going like this, and so you're just stumbling as you walk through, and you make it to the door, and you just slam into the door.
Open the door, fool! As I yell to my body.
And you're just leaning into your body, and
my
you're
body.
you're just your body's grabbing it all weird. And then finally gets onto the door and you can feel it and you open the door and it thinks, and then Dragar's right there, body's right there, so you just fall and you just plummet to the ground.
Shit.
And then Dragar, your body finally gets itself after getting kicked and you roll over and then you finally your body finally sits up and stands up and then just walks out this way.
Ah. So my head's on the ground.
No, Dragar.
Oh, Dragar.
That was Dragar. Callan, you walk into this room. It's the same room that I described earlier.
Yeah.
All the spell components and shit. Roll investigation.
Please help me, Jesus. 18 plus.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You see a collection of potions. One labeled Sanguine Solution.
Sanguini. It's my favorite.
You also find an orb of light, which is what this thing is. And Callan, you are kind of looking at this orb, and it's this beautiful looking ball of white and blue, and it kind of shines and it glitters.
Oh, that's cool.
What do you do with it? What do you do? It's just sitting there on this cloth.
I touch it.
As soon as you touch it, it's all bing, and it glows blue, and it rises up, and goes around you and studies you. And in your mind, you hear, "Hello, Callan." And all you guys, actually just you, Percy. As soon as he clicked it, it's all bling, and this light, this orb just starts emitting light, and it's basically like a torch. It's like a magical torch.
Who is this?
You try talking to it, and you don't feel a connection anymore.